Well, turning now to prosecutors in Mexico who have issued an arrest warrant in the death of a 25-year-old North Carolina woman who died while on vacation. Shanquella Robinson arrived in San Jose del Cabo with 6 college friends a month ago today and died just a day later. Mexican authorities say they've begun the extradition process for one of those friends.
Prosecutors now say Robinson died as the result of a spinal injury sustained in a, quote, direct attack. I spoke to her mother last hour. She said that was not the story she was originally told, and the friends who traveled with Robinson came to see her when they got back from the trip. They also told a different story.
When they arrived back to Charlotte, they came over to the house to visit and tell us what had happened.
What was that conversation like? What did they tell you exactly?
Well, they told us it was alcohol poison, and we, questioned each one of them because we had heard different. We had got a call saying that they was over there fighting her. There was no such thing as alcohol poison. So we started asking each one of them questions about the situation, and they denied and said there was never a fight. It was alcohol poison.
Who told you that there was a fight? Who had told you that?
Well, it was someone called on the phone. We don't know who it was. They just called us and told us that they was over there fighting us. So the video had to be already out when they called to tell us that, because they had seen the video and we hadn't seen it. So
I see, okay.
And that's how we learned that information.
Now, CNN deliberately has not aired this video that appears to show your daughter being attacked. Do you have any idea, did anyone tell you who filmed that video?
No, we have no idea.
So when you asked the friends, you say you asked each of them individually what happened. They all stuck to that story. They all stuck to the story it was just alcohol.
Yes.
Remarkable, and such sad times for her mother. Shanquella's mom told us she is in touch now with the FBI, but the authorities in Mexico or the FBI have not told her the suspect's name or why that suspect has not been arrested yet. She did say to me, Bianna, that she thought they weren't able to find the suspect yet. We'll see. It's a story we're going to continue to stay on top of.
Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another conversation regarding Miss Shanquella Robinson, okay? We are going to continue to speak on Miss Shanquella Robinson until justice is served, okay? Earlier this week, there were some reports that went out, including myself speaking on a young woman being arrested, and we learned, at least that's what it appears to be, that she has yet to be arrested, okay? That information has not been confirmed by Mexico officials nor the FBI, okay? So we are still awaiting confirmation on that, and at this time, I can say that this young lady is not in custody. I know a lot of people originally we were saying that, hey, she's arrested. When we started to believe, hey, I don't know if this is true, I don't think that she's arrested, the conversation begins to shift from she's not arrested, she's detained. I don't even think the young lady is in custody at this time, okay? We do not know for sure if it is indeed a woman. We just know that Mexico is looking to arrest someone that they deem as a direct aggressor, okay, in the death of Miss Shanquella Robinson. But for me, as I hear multiple news outlets report on a she and a woman, that is what led me to believe that it was indeed the young lady that we saw on camera, okay? So that's where we are, all right? I just want you guys to understand and know that no arrest at this time has been made. And any reports that are out there saying that arrests have been made, you might want to just question it like I did, and then do your own digging and your own research, okay? Until you have your proof, all right, then, you go off of that, all right? Now, I do understand that a lot of us YouTubers and other media outlets may come to you guys with the story, but it's absolutely nothing wrong with you all fact-checking your own stuff and not solely relying on the words of what other people say, okay? Now, if that's not enough to confirm that, no arrests have been made, her father also went on to do an interview, and he also kind of mentioned that he hasn't heard anything, okay, from Mexico authorities nor from the FBI. So let me pull that up for you guys.
Month, Shanquella Robinson died while vacationing in Cabo. Her friends claim she died of alcohol poisoning, but circulating video online suggests otherwise. Wake Up Charlotte's Richard Devane now live for us this morning. And Richard, Her family now pushing Mexican authorities for more answers.
That's absolutely correct, Ben. Good morning to you. Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Yeah, basically, the family of Shanquella Robinson, are saying that right now they need answers into what happened to her, and answers as to those folks who were involved finding their way behind bars. Pain of a father.
It hurts.
His daughter's life cut tragically short.
And as a father, just to sit here knowing she suffered and I couldn't do nothing for her, couldn't be there to protect her.
Bernard Robinson's daughter, Shanquella, died on a trip to Cabo with 6 people who he says she thought were her friends. They returned to the U.S. without her, claiming she died on the trip of alcohol poisoning. But an autopsy and video of a beating cast doubts on their stories.
She had a whole life ahead of her. She didn't deserve this whatsoever.
Now Mexican authorities are investigating her death as a femicide, the equivalent of a homicide in America, and they have issued an arrest warrant for one of the people on the trip.
I'm not going to let her die in vain.
Robinson said he wants more than just justice.
Real, she just full of life. I just want to know why.
And the family also says they want a second autopsy performed here in America that might provide more details. Of course, they say they're pushing for those folks involved, including their parents of the people involved, to step forward. Another thing, we were able to get this interview thanks to Tanya Rivens of Praise Charlotte Radio, who actually had us sit down and speak with Mr. Robinson, one of Shanquella's longtime childhood friends, and also a pastor, her pastor from childhood. We'll have more on that coming up later today. But for now, we're right here in Charlotte. Richard Devane for Wake Up Charlotte.
All right, so you guys just heard that, okay? And according to that news reporter, Shanquella's father says that he hasn't been notified at all of an arrest at this time. So we still are awaiting further details to confirm the article that was dropped earlier on Monday evening. I do believe it was earlier this week, Monday evening. And the article alleged that a young woman had been arrested on Sunday night, okay? So keep in mind, all right? We're still waiting on the details for sure. All right. Now, I know a lot of us said that, hey, she's arrested, and we were following along with that article. But after second thought and digging more and thinking about it and reflecting, it was like, okay, something's not adding up. So right now we're still waiting for the math for us all. OK, but I also want to go on because it appears that Shanquella's sister Tequila, I hope I said that correctly. She did an interview recently with Essence Magazine, and I want to get into that and let you guys know what the sister had to say. OK. She says that they all were giving us a lie, okay? And this is Shanquella Robinson's sister as she speaks out. Mexican authorities have issued a warrant, okay? A warrant has issued, okay? It's been issued in the killing of Shanquella Robinson, and her older sister talks to Essence about their last moments together, okay? The last time Tequila Long saw her sister, Shanquella Robinson, was when Robinson visited her home on the night of October 27, 2022. Robinson was leaving the next day to go on a trip with friends to San Jose del Cabo, a tourist town in the south of Baja California Sur, Mexico. Now, according to the sister, she actually came here to borrow a piece of luggage of mine to take on the trip. I thought she was going with people that she always traveled with, so it wasn't any reason for me to have any ill feelings towards her going out of town. I just tell her, hey, be safe, okay? Now, soon after, Tequila learned that her sister died on this trip. There were conflicting stories along her that there had been a fight, but she trusted another account from a male friend who said Robinson died of alcohol poisoning, okay? And that came from, again, Mr. Khalil Cook, who happens to be the best friend of Shanquella Robinson, okay? According to Shanquella's mom, he came over to the house and said that it was alcohol poisoning. Not only did he go over to the house, there were a few other young ladies that went over to the house and lied about the same story, knowing that a fight took place. And when the mom asked them, was it a fight that had took place, they lied to her face and told her no. As you heard in the news clip that I played earlier on, the mom didn't really know exactly who told her about the fight, but she did get a notification and a phone call regarding the fight. So she figured the video had already been out, to the public at this particular time. Okay. So she talked about that. She also talked about how when she found out about the autopsy reports, Khalil act like he was so sick and, oh my God, I'm about to faint. I gotta go. I'm sweating all over the place. Let me head out. Yeah, I think the conscience could possibly been eating him up. Okay. But let's go ahead and keep going, okay? According to the sister, she says, I was more believing the dude that she went on the trip with because that was her best friend. So I didn't think he would be malicious about anything. I didn't think he would tell us a lie. I trusted him. So I took his word for it more than anything. And he said it was alcohol poisoning. How did y'all come up with that? I still want, like, how did y'all, baby, what made you do? I mean, maybe it's the common thing. Maybe it's a typical thing when people go on trips and they get drunk, they get alcohol. I mean, is that normal? People, let me know down in the comments, okay? Now, the article says eventually 3 of Robinson's friends came to her home in Charlotte, North Carolina. The sister's mom, Salamandra Robinson, was there, okay? They came to meet my mother to talk about the incident that happened in Cabo. The 2 young ladies and the male told us that there wasn't any type of fighting going on. Girl, that's enough to slash out credibility right there, because the video leaked out, and you can't say the attack didn't happen in Cabo. When you look at the villa in the background and just look at the video, then you can compare and contrast that. Girl, this is the same exact place. So it indeed happened at that time. All right. She says the 2 young ladies and the male told us that there wasn't any type of fighting going on. Yeah, there wasn't no fighting going on because it was an attack that was going on. Okay. That they believed what the medic told them. What the medic told them. See, now y'all, this is where we get all this misinformation, confusion, or whatever, right? Because now according to the sister, okay, Khalil and the other young lady said that they were believing what the medic told them, that she had alcohol poisoning. But it appears in a police report, they called the police to say that she needed an IV because of alcohol poisoning. It's going to be so much to uncover when this case takes place. But with the extradition process, from what I read, it appears that it's likely she may not even get a trial, right? Whoever's going to go before the judge and whoever's name is on this arrest warrant, they may not even get a trial. It's just going to be, or I guess you could say maybe it's like a trial by judge, from my understanding, kind of like, I believe they call that a fry hearing here in America, when you don't go before a jury, but you just go before the judge. The judge hears all the facts, allegations, whatever you call it, and then the judge makes the determination of what's going to happen, what the next steps are, right? Well, how long you're going to be in jail, all this other stuff, right? From whether you're guilty or innocent, and then, following sentencing. So maybe it's a situation like that from what I read with extradition. Now, I do understand that once the person is arrested and all of that, they are supposed to have a hearing, from what I read on the website, and also how it appeared on the website. Now, just how it appeared on the website, it appeared as though they didn't have to, America doesn't have to surrender their person over to Mexico, right? But I was hearing conflicting reports, which I'll have to do my due diligence on and do a bit of research on myself, where people were saying that the FBI officials would extradite her. So that's not going to be an issue. That's what I was hearing, but now I want to fact check because it's so much information that's coming out about this particular case. So, but I know for a fact from what I read on the website, and I don't have it at hand, but once you type up like what is the extradition, I'm sure it's going to lead y'all straight to the exact website that I was on. It was Council of Foreign Affairs? I think that could have been the website, Council of Foreign Affairs. But double check that. That may be it. But in the details of what extradition is, what the extradition process is, that's what it sounds like. Like they don't necessarily have to surrender this person, but I'm sure the FBI is doing their own investigation. So with their own investigation and based on the findings that they may find in comparison to what Mexico had, who knows, they may not have an issue at all. Here you go. We'll just have to wait and see. But just hearing what the sister is saying, that they believe, when she says they, she's referring to the two young ladies and Mr. Khalil, okay, the male friend. She's saying that they believe what the medic told him. Right? This is her words verbatim, that they believe what the medic told him, that it was alcohol poisoning, which is also conflicting and weird because the mom was on the phone at the time before the ambulance or whoever got there, is what I thought. And he was already telling her from the jump it was alcohol poisoning. Y'all see how all that is a bit confusing, but let's keep going. What's not confusing is that they ran back to the mama and told her that. Okay, but let's keep going. All right, she says we asked him about the fight because we was hearing from other people that they was out there fighting her. They had jumped on her out there, so they all was giving us a story, a lie, until the video surfaced. Okay, now I know a lot of people getting ready to hop in the comments and say it wasn't a fight, it wasn't a fight, it was an attack. I'm reading to you guys exactly what the sister is saying. Okay, so there's that. All right, let's go ahead and keep going. All right, so they're saying that in November, a video went viral allegedly showing an attack of Robinson. Okay, while on their or in their Cabo villa. Okay, on vacation. The family had yet to see the video when the three friends visited the Charlotte home. In the video, a woman is seen throwing punches repeatedly to another woman's head. In the background, you can hear someone say, "Quella, can you at least fight back?" Wow. I don't think I'm gonna ever be over that part, and I'm never gonna be over y'all flying over here to America telling her mama a completely different story and lying and playing in that woman's face. All right, the friends' conflicting stories have been compounded by vague reports from authorities. Okay, the U.S. State Department reportedly stated that there was no clear evidence of foul play, and I believe that when they said this, the U.S. State Department reportedly stated that there was no clear evidence of foul play. I feel like they got that information from Mexico right out the gate. I do believe that. And then once some more details surface as far as this attack, and then we get the autopsy from over in Mexico, once we get those details, I think it kind of changes gears after Mexico did additional research on their own and then realized, okay, hey, all right, it's an uproar. Now the people are talking about some things. It was a direct aggressor, and we're gonna have to go ahead and get somebody arrested for this situation here. Okay, but I do believe, because they're quoting that the United States State Department reportedly stated that there was no foul play, and I think that they got that from Mexico, and then that's where they were. All right, a death certificate obtained by Queen City News says Robinson died of a severe spinal cord injury or severe spinal cord injury, and it does not mention alcohol poisoning. Okay, in a section addressing whether the death was accidental or violent, someone answered yes. Okay, that's what they put, yes. So it is unclear what authorities meant. Okay, I already told y'all my thoughts. If you want to hear it again, I think that it was very violent, but I also think that it could have possibly been accidental. Like, I believe they definitely meant to bring harm to Shanquella. I don't think that they thought that it was going to go as far as her dying. Right. So, yeah, there's that. Let's see. Okay. The sister also goes on to say, I was livid. Okay, this is what she says when asked about her reaction after seeing the video. She says, I was extremely upset. When I saw the video, I automatically yelled. At that moment, I was wishing I was there. I played that video over and over again. They had to wake her up out of her sleep because she sleeps naked. This is confirmation from the sister, and she was naked standing there, and here she is fighting this girl, and my sister is 5'1", 100 pounds. Wow, she about my height, maybe a little shorter than me and way smaller than me. That image of her did not sit well with me. This is according to the sister. Okay, now Baja California prosecutor's office has since announced that an arrest warrant has been issued for femicide. Y'all know femicide is different over in Mexico. We don't hear it a lot here in America, but for them, it's really any act of violence that's done against a woman, okay? Not homicide, but femicide, and you actually can be in prison way longer than you can be for femicide than you can be for homicide over there in Mexico. They're also saying a representative of the office who was not authorized to discuss details told Essence that femicide involves a killing where there is a relationship between the people, including friends or spouses. Okay. According to a statement that the state prosecutor's office released on Facebook last Thursday. Remember, I read that report to you guys on last Thursday. That was on Thanksgiving Day. They said the next steps are for the national authorities, including Mexico Attorney General and Minister of Foreign Affairs, to carry out the extradition process. So they are getting things in order, getting paperwork and everything together so that they can, do what they need to do. I believe this information goes over to Interpol, and then we figure out the rest of the part from there. Okay. The state government of Baja California, sir, will also continue with their investigation. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else? As Robinson told Essence, she says, we've been working to make sure that adequate pressure is put on authorities so that a proper investigation is done in this case, because obviously people that are involved are concealing aspects of this case. Okay. A lot of times people's first foray into our legal system is when they're a victim of a violent crime or family members are a victim of a violent crime and they don't know what to do. Fortunately or unfortunately, as a criminal defense attorney, I know the terrain very well, and I try to just guide the family on what to expect and what to do. Okay. And that was Sue Ann Robinson. All right. That was the law partner, the civil rights attorney. The legal advocate of the family is Sue Ann Robinson. Okay, no relation to the family. Her name is Sue Ann Robinson, and she is a law partner to Ben Crump. All right, so she's been pretty much advising the family, giving them knowledge and just letting them know how this process is going to go and what to expect. Okay, this woman also hints at the racial implications of some cases. We're aware that the only way to get these cases to move and to get the system to work is that we have to march, we have to rally, we have to cause the conversation to be so cases can be amplified and there can be transparency in the process. Okay. So this is why we have to continue to have the conversation over here on YouTube and other outlets, because I do believe despite the minor hiccup with the article and things, a lot of people would not know about the case or what's going on if it was not for a ton of people on YouTube and other social media outlets. So we have to, keep the conversation going because we want to get some justice at the end of the day. That's why it's also important to be mindful of a lot of the misinformation hearsay. I know a lot of people were upset, okay, with a lot of the news we was hearing as far as it's an arrest, but then we're hearing that it's not an arrest. And I feel like that article was very questionable in my personal opinion. And I'm so glad that I sat and I thought about that later on at night. And I said, now, wait a minute. I read it again because, again, as you guys saw in the video, I was continuing to search because I'm like, okay, is anybody else saying it? Why ain't nobody else saying it? Like, what's going on? So then I'm just continuing to think about it and read the article and look. And I'm like, okay, let me dig deeper into this. So I'm glad that I came back to you guys with more information about that. But understand, just as problematic as I feel this article was, I feel like a lot of the commenters and a lot of the people on Twitter are just as problematic because y'all be coming talking about, well, I heard this and then I heard that and then I heard this, and then y'all also put out stuff like y'all know that it's facts. And I mean, but y'all have to be getting it from somewhere. Now I don't know if you're getting it from other YouTubers or something, or you getting it from people over there on the Facebook talking or something like that, but it's okay. All right, if y'all fact check y'all stuff as well. Okay, but let's go ahead and let's keep going. All right. Tequila Long states that she is going to miss the little things about her sister. She's going to miss the conversations, the text messages, how they would respond to each other when she calls. That's what she's missing right now in this moment. Okay. Let's see. Robinson, who I believe is Sue Ann Robinson in Long shares, was out. They said that she was outgoing. Okay, I'm sorry. Her sister says that she was outgoing. She was well spoken. She had ambition. She was intelligent, business driven, lovable, respectful, and beautiful inside and out. Okay, she hopes that all of those on the trip are shipped back to Mexico. She says, I want to see them over there doing time away from their family, trying to learn Spanish. That's where I want them to be. Okay, that's where she wants them at, and I don't blame her on that. She'll never get her sister back. So if y'all are extradited and sent right on back over there to Mexico to serve whatever time Mexico deems is necessary or whatever, then that's on y'all. Because I'll never get over the fact that y'all went all the way over to that girl mama house, and I'm gonna keep saying it because I'm still appalled by it. Went all the way to that girl mama house and lied and said that this young lady died of alcohol poisoning, as if the autopsy was not gonna tell it. And I still be like, yo, they almost got away for it if it wasn't for the Midland doctor that did the autopsy. Like, and you almost got away with it. Almost got away with it. But then I'm like, would they have really? Because the autopsy still would have been performed, right? So yeah. And really, I was thinking about the video. I was like, y'all almost got away with it if it wasn't for that video. But then the question came back, not necessarily, because even if it wasn't video, it still would have been an indication that this young lady had been murdered because of the broken neck, the cracked spine, and the bruises to the face. I feel like a lot of times when we get these news reports, they often mention the cracked spine, the autopsy details, right? The autopsy details of the broken neck, cracked spine, all of that, but they're not continuing to mention the bruises on her face. Okay. And some people were saying, like, well, maybe the doctor, maybe it takes some time for, it takes time before bruises actually show up on your face. It seemed like the lady that was performing the work on Shanquella knew right out the gate that the girl had bruises on her face and a busted lip. Okay. According to the dad's interview. So yeah, I don't know. But either way, y'all keep the conversation going. That's the only way we're going to get any movement. We've got movement up until this point of having continuous conversations surrounding this case. We just have to be careful about the things that we do put out there. Okay. We're going to need about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sources, girl, before we just sit up here and just stand on somebody's word. Clearly, okay, but there's that. All right, I just wanted to bring that to you guys real quick. Oh, I do have something else I want to mention, because I got a chance to check out Roland Martin's interview with Tamika Mallory, and she actually highlighted that there are some GoFundMes. Actually, I believe he highlighted that there are GoFundMes that are not of her family, and I want to make sure that y'all know that. Okay, so let's put this one up on the screen. Right. First of all, the family has actually closed. They have closed their GoFundMe. They have made up to $396,634. Okay. So understand, this is the original one. This is the correct one. You see her sister's name at the bottom. Quilla Long is organizing this fundraiser. Okay. It is closed. If you read on there, it says this fundraiser is no longer accepting donations. If you are the organizer, beneficiary, team member, or donor, sign in to see additional information. Okay. Now, I did come across these other two as they were mentioning that on Roland's show. This is not accurate. Justice for Quilla and these people are seeking to get about $10,000, and it looks like they have about $100 donation. So I don't know if they're gonna get more. I hope that they don't, but I just want to let anybody know that couldn't donate at the time that they could, and they're trying to donate now. This is not the way. Okay. And then they have the audacity to say Shanquella Robinson is organizing this fundraiser. How disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful. This is not it. Here is another one. Okay, this is another one. They're seeking about $20,000. Justice for Shanquella Robinson. At the bottom, you see Joshua Robinson is organizing this fundraiser. Not sure if this person has any relation or whatever. Okay, but as of now, I'm not familiar with this. This is one of the ones that Roland Martin called out. They've already gotten $289. So just understand, this is inaccurate. All right. So zombie zone name to them, because at this time it is closed until the family opens up a new one. All right. Tamika Mallory also went on to say in that interview that there is an Instagram page or something that's perpetrating Shanquella's mom, and this is the only one that I've come across. So it makes me believe that she's saying this is inaccurate. According to Tamika, this is not her mom's actual Instagram page. She said she was going to post up the actual details for the family, but I have not seen that. I went to her Twitter. I went throughout her Instagram page. I have not seen where she's actually confirmed the true social media accounts of the family. Maybe she didn't do it to protect them. But from my understanding, this is not Shanquella's mom's Instagram. Okay. And that is all according to Miss Tamika Mallory. All right. But I just wanted to come to you guys, give you guys a quick update. All right. Just talk about some things as it pertains to Miss Shanquella Robinson. You guys hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about everything. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do so. Be sure to like the video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.
As Shanquella Robinson's family continues to search for answers in the death of their daughter, some are claiming a suspect has been arrested in the case. The 25-year-old Charlotte woman mysteriously died while on vacation with a group of friends in Mexico. They've issued an arrest warrant for one of the people on the trip, but some articles are saying that person has been arrested. Wake Up Charlotte's Megan Bragg verifying these claims.
Yeah, and this is the article that has been circulating on social media. It claims that there has been an arrest in the Shanquella Robinson case, but we wanted to walk you through the article because there are some red flags here. When someone reports and shares claims that are not verified, this is how misinformation spreads. First, the headline suggests DeHaan Jackson was arrested in the United States. As of now, Mexican authorities have not publicly even named a suspect. They have issued arrest warrants but haven't said who the warrants are for. Then the article goes on to say Jackson was arrested by Interpol agents. So what is Interpol? According to the U.S. Justice Department, Interpol is an international police organization which provides investigative support and secure communication between law enforcement authorities. However, the Justice Department says Interpol does not have its own law enforcement agents. The article also states the arrest was made on November 28th. However, it does not give a time. It doesn't reveal exactly where Jackson was supposedly arrested or where she was booked. In the United States, when someone is arrested, they are usually booked into a detention facility, and that information is generally public and available for reporters to refer to in their stories. We also spoke with Shanquella Robinson's father. He tells us he has not been made aware of an arrest yet. The FBI also tells us this is an active and ongoing investigation. So we want to remind you to double check what you see online and on social media. Of course, if and when an arrest is made and we can confirm it, we will send you an alert through our WCNC mobile app.